Good morning, children. As a part of history, particularly we have seen about great religions under the new chapter, that is new ideas, that is Jainism and Buddhism. And again, once again we will go into the history and we will see the first empires, particularly the Mauryas, the people who established their kingdom in the 4th century BC. 4th century BC. Okay, so in that, the first one, before entering into the kingdom, how the Maurya's kingdom was established, we have to see about Alexander. You might have heard about a great ruler, Alexander, who actually belonged to Greece, particularly Macedonia. What is the kingdom name? Macedonia. So Alexander, the ruler of Macedonia, person who actually invaded India in 326 BCE. He invaded particularly northwestern India. Northwestern India. This is northwestern India. So this part was invaded by whom? Alexander. When? 326 BCE. So by invading this part of India, particularly he defeated Porus. He defeated whom? Porus, who was also called Purushottam. He waged war with Purushottam, who was called Porus, particularly who was actually ruling, that is beside the kingdom of the left bank of the river Indus. Left bank of the river Indus. So by defeating Purushottam, the Alexander decided to go even further south of this part of India, further south and further east. But by that time, the soldiers of Alexander were completely tired, and also they had homesick. They wanted to go back to their home country, Greece, particularly Macedonia. So, and also the second important reason why they did not go into other parts of India, because the other regions are, there was a powerful kingdom, that is Nanda. Nanda dynasty was actually ruling the further south part of this, particularly Magadha. So that's why whenever they heard about the greatness of Nanda dynasty, so they went back to their home country. So what Alexander actually did, by appointing some governors to the places which were occupied by the Alexander, and he went back to his home country, that is Greece. So in that way, we can see the invasion of Alexander, a great ruler of Macedonia, in our country. So once again, see, Alexander, the ruler of Macedonia, he invaded northwestern part of India in 326 BCE, and by invading northwestern part of India, he defeated Purushottam, who was also called Porus, the person who was ruling beside the region, that is beside Indus, and Alexander wanted to extend his kingdom towards south as well as east of that place, but because of two reasons, he stopped the invasion. The first reason was the soldiers were they had homesick, and also they were tired, and also they came to know about the greatness of the soldiers of Nanda dynasty, particularly who were ruling Magadha in Bihar. Okay, so that is about the invasion of the great ruler Alexander. Now coming to what is the important result of Alexander invasion in India? Because so whenever he defeated the small states, that was more helpful for the Mauryas, who could extend their kingdom to larger areas, particularly in India. So coming to the Mauryas, the founder of Maurya dynasty was Chandragupta, who is also called Chandragupta Maurya. Who is the founder of Maurya dynasty? Chandragupta Maurya. So Chandragupta Maurya, particularly the founder of Maurya dynasty. So with the help of his prime minister, particularly good advisor, that is Chanakya. Who is the prime minister of Chandragupta Maurya? That is Chanakya, who is also called Kautilya. Remember, what is that? Kautilya. Chandragupta is also called Kautilya. So Chandragupta Maurya, the founder of Maurya dynasty, with the help of Kautilya, and he was succeeded by his son. That is how he established his kingdom, by defeating the last ruler of Nanda dynasty, that is Dhanananda. Who is the ruler of Nanda dynasty? Dhanananda. By defeating Dhanananda, he established the Maurya kingdom. And the Chandragupta Maurya was succeeded by his son Bindusara, the active personality, active ruler, who further extended his father's kingdom. And Bindusara was succeeded by the next Ashoka, one of the greatest rulers of the world, Ashoka. So the first one is Chandragupta Maurya, next Bindusara. Bindusara's son was Ashoka. Okay, so in this way, the Maurya's rule started in India, and it is one of the important dynasties which ruled our country. And another important thing what you have to know, that the Ashoka is one of the greatest rulers of India, who actually extended a large kingdom, who actually established a large kingdom. Actually, the Ashoka's kingdom was in the east, Assam to Bengal. See here, even in the map also, this is Assam, this is Bengal, this is all, entire part is actually Bengal. So from here to this is in the east. Next, coming to in the west, that is Afghanistan, Baluchistan. This part, this entire part is called Baluchistan and Afghanistan. So in the east, Assam, Bengal, to in the west, Baluchistan and Afghanistan. Next, in the north, Kashmir to Deccan, up to here, not completely south, up to here, up to Krishna river, So here, so this entire part was under the control of Ashoka. That's why I told you that Ashoka is one of the greatest rulers of the world, not only India. Okay, so finally what we want to see, how do we know the greatness of Mauryas? How do you know their administration? How do we know their greatness? How do we know the rulers of Maurya? Maurya's dynasty means, particularly different things actually help us to know about the Maurya's kingdom. The first important one, writings of two people, writings of Kautilya, writings of Megasthenes. So what Kautilya wrote? Kautilya wrote Arthashastra. See here, Kautilya wrote Arthashastra. Kautilya wrote Arthashastra. It was written by Kautilya. And second important source is, other important book is Indica, which was written by Megasthenes. Who is the author? Megasthenes. That is a Greek scholar. Greek scholar means the person who belonged to Greece. Chanakya, you know already, the prime minister of this Chandragupta Maurya. So not only this, even the edicts, coins, inscriptions of whom? Ashoka. Okay, so inscription is nothing but what? That is, which has been inscribed on a stone. Through that you can know about their greatness, about their importance, about their administration. Inscription. Okay, so edict is nothing but announcement by a ruler. proclamation by a ruler. That is edict. So not only the writings of the Kautilya, Megasthenes, even the edicts, coins, inscriptions, all these help us to know about the greatness of Mauryas. Okay, so now we will see what is the greatness of Ashoka, how he started his rule, what are the important principles actually given by Ashoka.